You know, I've been sitting here thinking, how do I want, you're doing YouTube, you want to hook your audience right away. How do you start the show? Number of things going through my head. We've got a lot to talk about today. It's all business. We've started talking about these order updates and constraint updates just to give you an idea, set your expectations to buy a car now or order a car later. We're going to talk about this today. Yes, it's the first official day you can enter a ZR1 order. And if you get one of these handy dandy little GM order sheets with an order number, guess what? It means absolutely nothing. Now, if you thought that was kind of harsh, well, that's your hook. Thank you for watching. We do have some very direct, important information if you're looking to buy a Corvette now or down the road, especially with a lot of the newer customers that are coming to Corvette because of ZR1. They're not familiar with all these constraints and order cycles and allocations. We want to set the record straight because I'm not only a fan, an owner, an enthusiast all my life, I'm a retailer, and I want you guys to have the right information. Doing these videos, these updates helps my customers, potential customers, and it really helps the community overall. So thank you for joining us. We got a lot to talk about today. So let's talk about ZR1, and I thought today, because today being the first day you can enter a pre-order, more on that in just a second, that we would see the Chevrolet online build and price tool. That won't be populated and live for you guys to play around with to your heart's content until February 11th, just before the actual first allocation cycle for ZR1. Got some good news for Stingray owners. This is still, I'm driving a Stingray every day. I just turned 38,000 miles and I'm 6 weeks away from my second anniversary in the car. I live this. Life's a dream, drive it. Stop dreaming, start driving. That's not just a slogan, it's the real deal. And I'm enjoying sharing every moment I can with you guys. Projected constraints for order cycle coming up, and I had talked about this for months, and my fear has been confirmed. In regards to Stingray, it's the high gloss black wheel. It will be controlled. It'll be available, but it's going to be controlled, so hence it is a constraint because of the percentage of availability we simply don't know just yet. My concern for Z06 and E-Ray because of ZR1 and all the standard carbon fiber parts on that, would it directly affect E-Ray and Z06 orders that want carbon fiber, ground effects, side rockers, and high wings? Most certainly it has. It has been all year long. Those percentages are going to get less in regards to availability. Projected constraint for Z06 carbon fiber spoilers. Now remember, if it's finished in carbon flash, it's still made out of carbon fiber, so that's still a concern. It is going to be controlled, it's going to be limited, but in regards to the actual availability percentage, we won't have that until we're on top of the actual order cycle. That's for Z06 and E-Ray. If you want that ground effect piece that comes around the front, whether it's, that full extension, if it's carbon flash or invisible carbon fiber, hang on tight. We just don't know. And I've been having a tough time placing orders for Z06, and I said this months ago, and that's why I'm frustrated right now, just sharing a little bit of that with you guys in the high wings. Was I concerned? Am I still concerned? If I'm able to place all my high wing orders that are waiting right now, I am concerned based on some of the information we shared over the last week or so that is no longer available. Here's my biggest fear, also confirmed, and I'm frustrated for you ZR1 guys. There may be other constraints once we get into that order cycle, which is not going to be until February. But right now, they're telling us in advance. Thank you, Chevy, for at least telling us. So that way we can kind of prepare our customers for what is not going to be available. 0% availability on that visible carbon fiber wheel. You've seen these ZTK cars, big wings, and all the beautiful, just dramatic and dynamic, exposed, visible carbon fiber on ZR1. And the wheels, yeah, they just kind of finish it off, man. You don't wear a suit and wear tennis shoes. So there's our first constraint. Here's the issue. The very limited, very short run for 2025 ZR1 ordering and production. If you're a client that actually gets a ZR1 and your order is up, and again, this is for a lot of people that don't understand what's going on. Many of you know this is, just kind of a broken record. But if you're new to Corvette and your order comes up for ZR1 and your dealer calls you, hey, Mr. So-and-so, your order's available. However, I cannot get those visible carbon fiber wheels. And maybe you're pretty cool and say, hey, that's fine, I'll just wait for the next one. Well, no, you don't understand, Mr. So-and-so. There isn't a next one. This is the only one that I'm going to get for 2025. So he's like, what do I do? Wait till 26? Yeah, what does that mean? How long is that? Could be a year, could be more. We just don't know because we don't get that distribution information in advance. So this is going to be some trying times for those that are lucky enough to actually get a ZR1 allocation. All right, more on ZR1 here in just a second, and I built one today I want to share with you guys and then tell you why this order number means nothing. I mean, it really doesn't, to a certain extent. Good news for Stingray. We've got 4 new Stingray spring packages, you guys, plus that new high gloss forged wheel. Oh yeah, that split spoke, kind of a flat finish, but it's all gloss black. It's not carbon flash, it's all gloss black. That's a good looking wheel, and I'm excited to see that on the car. I'll start ordering that now for some of our stock inventory. The new spring packages, this is a great deal. Now, you're going to look at some of these items, and you're going to go, well, you know what, I can order that on the car anyways, Rick. What's the big deal? The big deal is if you order these in the package designation, the PCJ, the PCK, and some others I'm going to show you here in a second, you could save anywhere from $1,475 up to $1,670. So in the package is the great value and the savings. One of the packages is called the Velocity Yellow Accent Package, available only in Riptide Blue, Hysteria, and also the white. The Edge Orange package is available in black and white, and there are a couple of more here for you guys. The Adrenaline Red Accent Package, available in red, white, or black. And then you have this is pretty cool. This is special to me too. The Tension Blue Accent Package. You can see there off to the right. It is certainly paying homage to Zora. It is only available in white. And you can see some of the options there real quickly as we show them these slides up on the screen, the stuff that you get on there, guys. We'll talk more about that as you get into ordering. These should be available sometime in February for that February order cycle. So neat to see some Stingray packages. We needed something like this. Great value, something special, and you save a little bit of money by doing so. And I'm not trying to be rude, because there's just limitations to what we can do. I really do appreciate the inquiries and the opportunities on ZR1, but we have yet to enter an order besides this test order I'm going to share with you guys. We haven't entered an order. We haven't committed an order spot for anyone yet, because right now we still don't know how many ZR1s we're actually going to get. And again, 2025 is going to be a much shorter model year than any of us ever anticipated. So from that vantage point, it's important to know that going forward, like I just said earlier, if you've got an order up and there's a constraint, you're probably not going to get 2025. So take a look at what I ordered here real quick. You could see, and I didn't have time to really play with it because I wanted to do this quickly so we can talk today, and then I'll play around with it a little bit more. Once the configurator goes live, yeah, we're all going to break the internet. I want to screw around with that too and just get some visuals of what that car is going to look like. But I built a ZR1 Coupe because I love the split window on this thing. As much as I love the convertible, if I actually ordered a ZR1, I think, gosh darn it, I think I'd have to order a coupe. I don't know. Yeah, you know what? I probably would order a coupe, absolutely. And the competition yellow, I love it. We're going to do another video talking about 3LZ. Gosh darn it, I hate those package names. It is wrong. We're going to talk about that and the packages. And we do have another business conversation coming for you guys. Because of this constraint, it leads me to think about things that the manufacturer needs to change, the dealerships need to change. And I think it'll be a good business conversation. And I'm just going to throw it out there for you guys. You need to know what's on my mind and really, truly in my heart. So 3LZ, competition yellow ZR1 Coupe. I highlighted some of the notables as you've been looking at while I'm talking here. Yellow stitching, did the carbon fiber mirror caps. I mean, you've got to tie that carbon fiber in together all over the place. Black exhaust tips, the all-weather mats. I think, gosh, I have those in my car right now. On page 2, visible carbon fiber sill plate, stealth interior package, roof panel. I probably should have went in there, and again, I did this quickly. I probably would have went in and did level 2 carbon fiber, so I actually did forget to put that on there as I'm thinking out loud with you guys. Visible carbon fiber roof with the painted panels, that's standard on the coupe. Visible carbon fiber ground effects, the lamp package for the coupe. Front lift is a must, in my opinion, for not only ZR1, for Z06, and for E-Ray. We did a video on that a long time ago, as that front lip, even if you don't get the extended ground effects piece, that front lip is it contours around for aerodynamics to keep, air getting from underneath the car and getting lift if you're in a performance situation. That lowest part in front of the wheel is 3.5 inches from the ground. Yes, front lift I think is a must option on E-Ray, Z06, and certainly on ZR1. Battery protection package and the new option, ETV, is going to be that body color split window for the back there, and that in yellow, and we've seen that on some of the GM test cars so far, and I think that's gorgeous. I did yellow calipers because they matched the paint. Fantastic. That RIA, that's part of the all-weather package there. Visible carbon fiber grille insert. Didn't think that would be available for ZR1. It shows there, but when actual ordering begins, I bet that option is going to say not available yet. Just wait for that. And then there is the SU1, the visible carbon fiber wheel that would look perfect on this particular spec that I did quickly for you guys. And that wheel is simply, it's just not available. It says late availability. Well, how much later? We're already getting to 25 production late, so is it really a 25 option, or is it going to get pushed to 2026? We'll certainly keep you up to date. And there's the TOM, which is the big wing, the big mamma jamma. And then we've got the visible carbon fiber sill plate and the ZTK. Now, you can get the big wing without the ZTK track package. The track package is going to tweak that suspension, different calibrations there, different calibrations in the steering. It is really, truly hardcore track package. So keep in mind, if you want the look of ZTK, just get the big wing, because you may not like the ZTK actual driving ability, driving around town. If you just say, I just want the look, but I'm not going to track it, well, ZTK, you're buying a track car, just so you guys know. So that's kind of interesting. So yeah, just off the top of my head, I missed a couple of things there, but we're going to have time to play with this before the actual ordering begins. So if you get one of these, why does this order number mean nothing? And it's a step in the right direction. But here's the problem. You'll get this order number and you're like, hey, I got a GM order number, I got a car coming. No, you don't. You'll get an email from Chevrolet. Hey, we got your pre-order. Hey, I got an email from Chevy. I got a car coming. No, you don't. It's not until the dealer takes your order number and tags it with an allocation that he earned and puts it in your behalf and sends it to the place tab, releases that allocation, then it goes to production control, then it goes to the 3000 status, accepted order. Then you got a car that's actually live in the system to get built. It's just a matter of when. Right now, it's called preliminary status, 1100 status, and it's nothing more than a piece of paper. Not to be harsh, but that's all. I can make 1,000 of these. If I don't have an allocation to go with it, it's a piece of paper. You guys need to know that, because everybody's going to do this a different way in how they're representing the car. So for whatever it's worth, I wanted you to know that, because I'll get calls. Hey, I got an order number, and how come I've been waiting a year? I didn't get my car. Well, guess what? That model year's over. You've switched over to the new model year. Huh? What? My dealer didn't tell me that. I'm still waiting for this order number that doesn't exist anymore. That's happened in the past, and it'll probably, especially with the short window of 2025 production, I expect that to happen as well for ZR1. So more information as we get that in regards to their intentions on overall production. Maybe that's in the February memo that we get in regards to ordering. We'll share that with you if we can, when we can, and if we get it. Again, getting that information in advance so it allows us to do business, so we can talk to customer A, B, C, and D. Right now, we don't have that. We haven't talked to customer A yet, because we don't know if we're going to get one or none. That information is still yet to come. Now, I started off 2025 with a bang. I'm sorry I didn't make it a big deal. I didn't announce that I was going to be there. I just kind of wanted to go there incognito. I had some meetings and that kind of stuff, setting up promotion, participation with you guys at the NCM Motorsports Park. And I did. They had an open autocross event. And man, I kicked it, and it felt so good. Oh my gosh, it just felt so good. It was a little damp. I had my all-season tires. We're doing low speed. It was a lot of fun, you guys. I'm going to share that with you on Sunday's Coffee with Conti, because I know when I share those experiences, when I'm doing in my car and I'm talking, and we're going to talk more about the autocross thing. Now, many of you have told me countless times, Rick, I don't want to track my car. But the autocross stuff is so non-evasive. Man, it's a rubber. You hit a rubber cone, it's a rubber cone. It's not a rubber wall, tire wall on the track. It's not a guardrail. This is fun, and you really get a chance to feel the finesse of the car, and you get to increase your skills and handling of the car. And the adrenaline rush that's, over 30, 45 seconds, it's a blast. So many of you are doing that now because of what we've been encouraging you to do by sharing what I do in the car. And I appreciate that. We've got another fun one for you this Sunday on our Coffee with Conti show. Subscribe, hit the bell notification, because I got some stuff that I haven't aired yet. I should have aired almost a year ago, and they're going to be coming at you fast and furious. Keep in mind, though, I'm going to be out of the office Monday probably Tuesday and Wednesday. Not sure. I've got a minor surgery on Monday morning, and I don't know what the recovery is going to be. They're going to tell me I'm going to be down for 1 or 2 weeks. Yeah, right. All I got to do is just wheel my butt in here and get in front of this computer, in front of the camera, and we're good and I can work. I just can't lift anything and that kind of stuff. So we'll keep you up to date in regards to that as we get ready for what is going to be, I think it's going to be a fun, very, very exciting, very encouraging Corvette marketplace. We're in the, I think we're in that middle of the C8 generation. And it's funny, we did, in case you missed it, there's a link down below. Check that out. It was a great conversation because of the great feedback I got from you guys talking about, and we got way ahead of it before anybody, talking about the C9 generation Corvette, the one following this one. You're like, what? You know, what do we need and what do you want in the car? And there was some good feedback in there. And there was a couple of things that I threw in there. There's a couple other things that I just discovered too, like the battery area, the front trunk. Instead of having to take off all that plastic stuff, can we just have a door that I can access the battery so I don't have to break clips? Because I did. You know, when it's cold out here in Ohio, I busted 3 clips. I had to order some panels. Oh my gosh. But anyways, in that video, the takeaway, as I look back at it and I watched it again, great suggestions. I love the feedback. You guys are so smart when it comes to this car. You're really dialed in, just as I am. But you know what? There wasn't anything significant. That's a credit to the C8 and how good it is. We're not in a hurry for a C9 car. It'll come when it comes. We've got many more years to go with C8. It's a great value. If you haven't had a chance to experience it yet, please let me know. I'd be happy to help. I've got some great Stingrays in stock. We've got some Z06 opportunities. We're trying to get some E-Ray orders in there for you guys. Those are still limited, and that's an incredible value story too. If you haven't driven an E-Ray, you're thinking about E-Ray, please go to the NCM Motorsports Park. They're the only place in the country you can rent an E-Ray, drive it for 4 or 5 laps, and get a feel for that car. Feel the finesse, the curve, feel that all-wheel drive pulling you through a turn. You're going to go, this car's pretty damn cool. Yes, it is. You can do that with Z06 too. You can do that with Stingray at the NCM Motorsports Park. We'll talk more about that on our Sunday Coffee with Conti. Great to see you again. I can talk to you guys all day long. Have a great day. There you go. That is the order update, getting ready for the first release of ZR1. And it's torture just like I thought it was going to be. I'll talk to you later.